あれってよ。なんかなんねえんだよな。あれ ?Very strange. Really, very, very strange. Why suddenly stop? これマジ変だな、確かに。OK すげえ。That is why. That is a very strange. ちょっと変だな、確かにこれは。Okay, anyway, let's do. Already I finished to Kendaten. Please move to the technique instructions. 確かにこれは変だね。ちょっと変だね、これは。なんか鳴ってますね。Okay, today's menu is 釣り抜き. Firstly, please watch my emotions. 来ないかな。Okay, so this is 釣り抜き. So, firstly, I want to say, please tightly, how to say? Please tightly hold the katana by Saya, which means, of course, you practice the Tenshinryu very much, which means sometimes this, how to say, koikuchi cannot hold the katana, which is loose sword. So this is very, 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 very not good. Of course, again, we understand you practice very well, very much. That is why it happened. But then, then many students get used to the losing sword. Then what happened is always like this. Always, for example, when you do lay, like this. This is very, 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 how to say, aggressive. It shows your aggressive emotion. Cause again, so sword basically cannot. Oh, this is I can draw sword, but basically cannot draw sword by one hand. Okay, because the sword must be held by saya tightly. So that is why we must push the tsuba. So we say cutting a koikuchi in Japanese. We must push the tsuba. But after you practice draw the sword very much, and also after you practice very much, then yes, physically saya cannot hold the sword. Then easily sword go like this. Then that is why for how to say, for not the insurance, how to say, for for safety. Yeah, for safety, many people hold the tsuba by some finger anytimes. When we walk like this, okay, when we walk this, or when you do a lay, always many people hold the tsuba, but which means it shows we cutting a koichi, which means we push the tsuba. it's ready for fighting, it means. That is why in Tenshinryu, many times often tell our students, don't place your thumb finger on the tsuba always, okay? Because basically like this, so don't put the thumb finger on the tsuba like this. So when you do a lei, when you do a bowing, of course you must not place a thumb finger on the tsuba. But because of that, due to wrong custom, then many people do. Okay, again, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. So I must say so. Then when you do lei, don't touch. Just to place both hands here. Then after that, bowing. Okay, then, but I try to look at the enemy's hands. Okay, like this. Okay, I try to look at the up, which means when you do a bowing, of course I try to feel or try to listen to enemy's motion. Then when enemy place right hand on the tsuka, so I'm just standing as the opponent and then you are bowing. So after that, many people maybe want to give a strike. So when I feel this motion or when I feel this sound, then after that, place right hand on the tsuka, turn your sword, and then please give a strike to enemies. Okay? After that, 足をも正眼のくらい。で、this is 斬新、臨氷投射開示ですね。After that, flip the blood, and many things you can do that. For beginners, please turn saya 180 degree, put sword on the left hand. Then after that, pull back the saya and then please do noto, which means please return the sword to saya perfectly. Okay, so this is the way. So but in that moment, if you do like this, then, which means you are ready for fighting. That is why when you practice trade technique, often I tell my students don't do that. Don't do like this. Okay? And so one day, how to say? Also, when you bowing, I mean through this training technique, you can learn many Japanese culture, many Japanese old culture, samurai culture. You can learn. So in that moment, of course, you cannot do that like this. Okay. You are looking at opponent, which means you are showing you are not, how to say, you are always the monitor their enemy's motion, enemy's action. It means, yeah. That is why in that moment, of course, you must not look at the enemy like this, yeah. So that is why many people want to hold the tsuba, but don't do that. Okay, don't look. Yeah, don't look. Don't look. Also, don't. When you do a bowing, this is also you can learn how to use the body. So not to go. You see. Head is going. From the beginning, if your head is going, which means like this. Yeah? Very strange. Yeah? Looks very strange. So now you please make your back straight, and when you do bowing, whole plate from the top of the head to the belly, like the one plate, and then one plate is moving. But literally means actually I try to lean backward, not to lean forward, but I try to keep the straight line, which means as much not as much possible, but as if you lean backward. Okay, not like this. Your whole plate, one plate, lean backward. Okay, lean back, whole plate lean backward, like this. But you are bend your upper body from the belly. Then you can show the good bowing. You understand me? Very difficult. Actually, very difficult. Even now, very bad. Because I'm grandmaster, I must show the how to say good motion. But I must do good motion. That's why I want to say. So now, for example, maybe when you do a dancing, you have such kind of the equipment. But now, so now you are straight. So if you do like this, if you have a space between this stick and your head, this is not good. So when you do bowing, you see, like this straight line, you must make it. Then enemy thinks or opponent thinks, okay, he is just doing bowling, just do ball. So no offensive, no risk over the strike. Then okay, enemy maybe relax or just accept the bowling, just accept the greeting. But in that moment, enemy want to give a strike. Yeah. Because many times happened. So in that moment, as samurai, both samurai must be careful. Both samurai must monitor how the opponent does. So I can say each person try to behave very good, very well learned samurai, very well trained samurai. Yeah. But in that moment, enemies give a strike. So in that moment, place right hand on the tsuka and turn. Okay, this is very important. Turn 180 degree. Turn sword 180 degree. Okay. Then turn turn place right hand on the tsuka and turn 180 degree. Then going strike. Okay. So, but physically, or from the view of physics, now you see, now sword is turned to the right side, or like this tsuka top of tsuka handle turned to the right side. Yeah. So now just 180 degree. Yeah. Then draw the sword, which means you cut these motions, this angle or this directions. But I want to give this direction. So this when you do practice this tsuriniki, you must give straight vertical strike from the bottom to top. It must. This is rule. Okay, this is rule of tsuriniki. So what you must do is you are using body. So place right hand on tsuka, turn 180 degree. Then why I can draw the sword like this? Because you see, I drop the left side body, and then I pull up the right side body. So this is how to say, it's like flat, but and also the after draw the sword should be sword come to here. Okay, but when the left side of body down and also when right side of body up and both parts try to come to center, so you must make the real thin body. Then after that, sword can come here. So it looks easy and simple technique, but we use a lot of the body motions. Okay, so this is very important for learning. So it looks very easy. Yeah, very easy, yeah? Just like because turn sword, turn fire, and just draw the sword, and then give a strike to enemy's right fist. This is the main concept of this technique, Tsuriniki. However, we must use our body as much as possible, maybe like an athlete or like the Olympic sports player. So this kind of the body motion, we need it. We need to use it to keep what what founder said, what founder told, or what my sensei told. Okay, because my sensei gave the this condition. You must keep this one. You must keep this one. You must keep this one. But sometimes really, how to say, strange or odd because how I can do, because from the sword is here and turn 180 degree, okay, and draw the sword. It's like diagonal cut. We cannot give a vertical strike. If I do, okay, after draw the sword, if I move, then yes, we can do it. But it takes time, right? It takes time, which means we have risk to get strike, or we have risk to how's that? Also, the enemy can defend my motion. So that is why the calculation or the please use brain time, using brain time. How we can keep each conditions and also do this technique. This is the training. This is a practice. In that moment, we need a sensei like me. Then we can give the good answer to student or good lesson to students. This is very important for training. So now you are learning and also watching my motion. Thanks so much. And maybe you have an interest to practice the Tenshinryu, then yes, of course, very good. But the important thing is if you can do that, please come to our dojos and also our Keikokai group, practice group. Then please follow our leaders and our sensei's instruction. This is the way, easiest way. So okay, so hope you are enjoying this lesson. Sorry, I could not get up, and again, sorry, I don't know why, but YouTube streaming was not good, or did not work well. Yesterday also happened. I think 2 days ago also happened, but yeah, thank you so much, and see you next week. See, in that moment is also when you take off sword, don't fold the tsuba. In practice, okay, in practice, but you must know the typical, not typical, usual rule. Otherwise, you show maybe strange things to the everyone, the people. Okay. ありがとうございました。よっと。